You got to do Get Out. I feel like Get Out's the biggest
Yeah.
one that's come out in the last 10 years. So you do Get Out. You remember the premise of Get Out? They took the brains out of people, put them into black people. Remember that? Remember that part?
Yeah.
Well, this one, they're going to take the brains out of people and put them into witches, okay? But the funny joke is, throughout the whole movie, they're calling them Vavitches. And they're like, no, the Vavitches are after us, right? Because it's the Vavitch, right? That's the whole
Right.
joke. So I think that would be a great Scary Movie 6 joke.
All right. I'm not in yet. What do you
All right,
got?
not
next?
in yet. That's fine. That's fine. We got a lot more to go. Remember the sunken place from Get Out?
Of course.
All right, so we have the sunken place. We have the woman. She's doing the little teacup. All right, but instead of going to the sunken place, do you know where you go?
The Dunkin' place, and it's like Shaquille O'Neal dunking and eating Dunkin' Donuts.
Nope, even better. The Skinamarink house.
Ugh.
You don't like it? You don't like going to the Skinamarink house?
I don't like to think about that movie. What? And then you're just like looking at corners, funny corners.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay.
Remember the part in Get Out where the guy runs at you and then he turns real fast at the very end. Remember that part?
The groundskeeper. Yeah. I do know.
Yeah. But this part, he runs at you. Oh, hits the camera.
Oh, that's good. I'm
Great.
in on that one.
Great joke. All right, got to do some Hereditary, obviously. Remember that one?
You know what you gotta do? Have the guy from Hereditary have a huge mole, like a big hairy mole.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny. It gets bigger in every cutaway, like the hat.
Yeah, like
It
the
gets
hat.
bigger
Yeah.
and bigger. Or they do the Austin Powers mole, 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 mole. Like they do that part.
Yeah.
So that'd be stupid. But Hereditary. All right. So they do the scene. There's like a group of teenagers. They're in a car, and one guy's like, "Hey, guys, pull over. I really got to go to the bathroom." And they're like, "No, we're gonna be there really soon." And they're like, just go out the window. So he stands up, puts his penis out the window. Oh, gets knocked off by a little pole.
Yeah, he loses his penis like Tyler Posey did in Scary Movie
My
5.
penis is in the corner.
All right, It Follows. This is a little like Family Guy cutaway jokey, but that's okay. That's fine. It Follows. The premise of It Follows, guys, if you haven't seen it, it's like a STD horror movie. Like you have sex and then the ghost comes and it kills you, right? And so this one, you have the Virgin Mary. She's like, "I promised it was an immaculate conception." And then the It Follows ghost comes up and shoots her a bunch of times and kills her. And you're like, "Oh, she lied the whole time." That's a great joke, right?
Oh God.
You hate this? I thought this is funny. All right, Midsommar. You get a little Midsommar action. All right, you get
Yeah.
a couple. They're going to bed, and he's like, "You coming to bed, honey?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll be right there. Just getting ready." She walks in. She's got the big flower dress on.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what she sleeps in.
That's funny.
The Conjuring. Okay,
Okay.
remember that part in The Conjuring where they do the clap game?
Yeah.
They follow the claps. It's in the wardrobe. All right, so you see hands come out, okay? The hands come out, all right? And then you see feet come out, okay? You're like, "Oh, that's funny. Feet come out." And then nothing comes out, okay? But you just hear and you're like, "Oh, sex. That was sex."
That's
So
good.
that's another funny one. right?
I was thinking you can also do it instead of the clap game, just do that but with farts.
Mine's way better. All
All
right.
right.
So then Ed and Lorraine Warren from The Conjuring, okay? They show up somewhere. They're like, "So you think you have a ghost?" And they like, "Would you, maybe it's just the pipes. Maybe the pipes are just being a little too noisy." And then, what do you know? They get attacked by the Quiet Place monster. They're being way too loud.
God. Oh God.
They had no idea they were in the Quiet Place universe, right? Crazy stuff. All right. Then we get a little Quiet Place action. Okay. So
Yeah.
we have there was remember the complaint. This is sort of like the complaint from Signs where they're like, so they can do space but they can't open a door. This is like sort of a complaint like that. But so you have the part where they're visiting the waterfall and the kid's gonna go like, "Hey, Dad, you're real stupid. Why didn't you build the waterfall closer? Why didn't you build the house closer to this waterfall where we could be louder?" He can make a
Right.
joke like that. And then you remember the part in A Quiet Place where she gives birth and she has to be really quiet?
Yeah.
Well, but you don't think about the part that they had to have sex and be really quiet. So there could be a part where they're like having to be really quiet having sex, right? And they're having to conceive the baby. That could be a funny bit. What do you think?
With the other kids like outside, like they're in the other room.
No, that's not really a joke. What the kids have to find out. The joke is just that they're having to be quiet, have sex. That's not really touched on. Anyway, you don't like that. All right, so The Purge. Remember The Purge?
Look, some of these are all right. Keep going. Yeah, The Purge.
Listen, the Scary Movie jokes don't always land.
No, I think this is as good as anything in fucking Scary Movie 5, but but I don't think you're quite on Scary Movie 4 level.
That's fine. That's hard to get there.
Yeah.
But so you have the people from The Purge show up, right? They got the scary masks. They're like, "We're here to purge your house. We hear you've done some terrible things." And you know who opens the door?
Tell me.
The Don't Breathe guy, and he starts putting semen inside of him. They fucked with the wrong man. They had no idea. All right, next up, The Visit. Remember The Visit?
Oh god, yeah. Is it gonna be something? You could have a rapper cameo as the little boy.
That's good. That's funny. It's not part of my joke, but that's pretty funny. Who do you think? Logic?
Yeah, that's a good.
You could. All right. So here's the joke.
I wish Logic didn't know that phone number.
Oh, that's funny. So the kids this time they live with their dad. Okay, and they don't know their mom. They're like, hey, we're gonna go meet mom for the first time. So they go, and they're really nervous. They show up to the house, and who do you know who it is? It's Ma. Ma is their mom, and they had no idea.
Spencer. Right? Okay.
They had no fucking clue.
Maybe it's Ma Dia.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And remember the part in The Visit where they Skype Catherine Hahn, and they're like, "Hey, Catherine Hahn, your parents aren't who they said they were." Remember that part?
Vaguely.
So they do that part in this movie, and then that part turns into like a screen horror movie, like we're in Unfriended. So there's like a big chase scene where Ma chases them, but it's all done on the
That's
screen.
Good. Yeah, you
Unfriended.
need to touch on that.
Yeah, so I feel like you got to do something like that. Maybe the Babadook unfriends you or something like that. That could be a little good joke. Pearl. I'll throw a little Pearl action into this movie. So we get Pearl. She's hanging out with her husband. They're like, "What do you want to do today, hubby?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll go out. We'll do something." She's like, "All right. Maybe something in the sun. Maybe we'll go swimming. Maybe build some sandcastles. I don't know." And so they go to the beach. But what beach do they go to? It's the one that makes you old. So she goes from young Pearl to old Pearl in a matter of seconds. That'd be a great
goes
show.
from like from Pearl to X Pearl.
Exactly.
On the old beach. That's pretty good.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Babadook. Get a little Babadook action. You gotta have Babadook in the movie. One of the gay icon, right? Everybody remembers the gay icon Babadook. And
Is that something people say?
oh, for sure, he's a gay icon.
Oh, God.
And so the Babadook is like, he's like, Babadook, and then like, oh, Babadook starts freaking out. He feels something on the back of his head. He turns around, and what's on so it's malignant, right? You think it's malignant that's gonna be on the back of its head, right?
Right.
But what is it?
I don't know.
It's Mithrigan, and you start doing the TikTok dance. You start doing that dance that's all over TikTok.
I've got a good Babadook bit. I've got a good Babadook.
What do you got?
Have everybody in the movie keep pronouncing it Babadook.
Yeah,
and then
of course. You gotta do this.
and then he turns around and just starts correcting them. Like, my name is
Or just
Babadook.
pulls out a gun and starts shooting them all. Like, fuck you, it's Babadook. Starts killing all of them.
You like jokes that end in people shooting people. I've noticed.
Well, they did that because that's how they did it in Scary Movie 5. Mac Miller and Snoop pull out guns and start shooting the little girls.
Oh, I liked that sort of standoff between Mac Miller and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, lots of guns.
Yeah.